Rated M for mature.
Hello, Capcom Unity. This is Greg Man. I'm joined by Brelston.
Hello.
And we're taking a look at DMC Devil May Cry. Wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the combat, perhaps in more detail than we usually get to with trailers and stuff. So today we're just going to talk about the fundamentals, and then we'll follow up on this video with a more advanced look, and hopefully help you guys start thinking about how to get those style meters up.
Even already, I'm looking at this footage you've recorded, weaving all these elements together, which I'm guessing this video and the next one will kind of go into how you do that.
Absolutely. So yeah, you've got a lot of weapons in this game, and you'll actually ultimately have access to all of them at once, so you can switch amongst all your weapons anytime you want, and really chain together some beautiful, almost ballet-like combos. So the game really continues the Devil May Cry legacy of deep, stylish combat. You're going to see a lot of familiar things. You're still using your Rebellion sword and guns together. There's a lot of familiar moves, like they're doing the trillion stabs here. It used to be called the million stab. Of course, the stinger is back. The shotgun is back, and you can still fling it around like nunchucks. Evading and evade canceling are back in a big way. As for new stuff, Ninja Theory has added an angel and demon power system, so by holding one trigger or the other on your controller, you can switch between angel and demon powers, and each one has different weapons assigned to them. And again, you can switch between these weapons at any time you want, and they all have different strengths and weaknesses. Part of the game's depth lies in really exploring the ins and outs of each weapon and each move and figuring out when you want to use which. You'll also find that aerial combat is much more emphasized than ever before in a Devil May Cry game. In 3 and 4 it was something you could definitely do at times, but here it's really front and center.
Yeah, this game seems to be like the backbone is how long can you stay in the air.
Yeah, a lot of the moves and techniques really focus on extending that air time or just getting yourself and the enemies up in the air. So the basics. Like in the old games, you have your sword, and it has its standard bread and butter combo where you just mash attack. And you can actually do that bread and butter combo with any of your melee weapons. They each have different combos.
So you see the Arbiter like smashing through enemies with ease, but slower, and Osiris is faster, but does hit multiple enemies at once.
Exactly. And also, like the old games, you have pause combos. If you strike a couple times and then pause for a moment and then strike again, you'll do a variant combo. And in this game, you can actually do those in mid-air, too.
Oh, nice.
So just with one attack button alone, you have 4 different combos. You've got your standard, your pause, and then the air version of each.
But each of those with the different weapons as well. So like there's,
yeah.
You're always thinking a few steps ahead of like switching and moving around.
There's also a ton of different ways to get enemies up in the air. Some of these you might recognize. Some harder than others, some flashier than others. This one in particular takes very skillful timing. But once you get it, you can keep doing it and really rocket them way up in the air. And then bring them back down.
So here we kind of see all of those moments kind of woven together, using the different weapons.
Yeah,
Demon and Angel pulls to zip around.
You can see how long he's staying in the air. I think in this whole clip he doesn't really touch the ground. And he's using the chains, he's using flips, he's using his move set just to stay suspended.
Osiris, you saw, scoops up multiple enemies with one go. Like this is another case where you're going to do a launcher, go up with Rebellion, but then mid combo switch to Osiris, use it to scoop another enemy up, and just keeps the combo going.
And just keep wailing on all of them at once. It's very satisfying.
Nice.
The Demon and Angel powers also have chains that you can use to close the gap between yourself and an enemy. The Demon chain can pull an enemy towards you. The Angel chain can pull you towards an enemy. And again, they have different applications. You know, there are different situations where you'd want to use one or the other. If you're surrounded, you might want to use the Angel chain and zip out of there. If the enemies are far away, you can use the Demon chain and pull them towards you. Like I was saying, evading is back. You also have the Demon Evade, which if timed properly gives you an attack boost, and the Angel Evade, which gives you the sort of teleport effect.
I see that.
You can also parry, and this is actually really cool. These are all contextual. Different enemies can be parried at different times in different ways. To dramatic effect. Even bosses can be parried on certain occasions, and it might even open up a new weakness. You gotta be careful though, because sometimes an enemy will parry you.
What?
So that really just scratches the surface. You know, that was a look at the fundamental building blocks of the combat in this game. In our next video, we'll talk about some of the more advanced stuff you can do to really get your style combo all the way up and just get the most out of your game.
And so even if you've been playing with the demo for like the last week or so, there's still a lot more under the hood, weapons that aren't available, techniques that aren't quite available yet. The demo is just like a little taste, and we want to, just before the launch, give you a deeper dive into the game.
Yeah, really give you a taste of just how deep the combat gets.
See you next time.